This one's entitled Trip to Walmart and Lowe's and Food Line. So I went to Food Line to get some supplies yesterday, and there's no meat. I think I said that yesterday, but it's ridiculous. So today I go to get some things. I needed a light fixture and some other stuff at Lowe's. Wasn't too bad. Everything went pretty good. But people coughing and nobody following, nothing, no social distancing, they just running amok, right? So I think you got to be a little careful because you don't want to get sick. I get that. So I was good with that. And then, because I don't get to town much, right? Because I live out in the middle of nowhere. So I decided, since I'm in town, I would go on and make a Walmart run and get some stuff at Walmart. So I always go through the garden center, right? Because it's close to the fishing section and what's left of the hunting and gun section and the automotive section. That's pretty much all I really care about anyway. I could care less about the grocery section or the clothes section. Anyway, so I walk up to the door. I don't read any signs on the thing. Everybody's posting these COVID-19 signs, social distancing and this and that. So I don't pay any attention. I walk in and I'm 20 feet into the store and a lady stops me. Hey, this is for associates only. I said, this is the garden section. She goes, I know, you got to use the other door. I said, well, I'm already in here. What difference does it make? That's our policy. So at this point, it's pretty much freaking ridiculous, right? All right, whatever. So I go back out, get in the truck, drive to the other side of the store where the main entrance is. I go in the main entrance and it's locked. And so this time I read the sign. And the sign says, customers must use the grocery door. Now that doesn't make sense at all. Now you got potentially sick people coming in there. The first place they're going to go is contaminate the food. That doesn't make any sense to me. So, having enough of that, I got in my truck and I left. And I'm about done with Walmart. It's ridiculous. This whole thing is ridiculous. Governor Blackface is gonna, he's trying to be the governor of all governors when it comes to the liberal left. Shutting everything down and so on and so forth. It's ridiculous, people. I'm not saying don't use caution, and don't wear a mask and don't use hand sanitizer. But this freaking Horton toilet paper and meat and all this, y'all need to calm down and quit watching mainstream media. I'm sitting at the house on the back porch like I do. And I'm looking down there. Yesterday morning, 2 deer come up in there. I'm like, well, there's lunch and dinner. That's what I named them. And I went out there yesterday afternoon, and there's a rabbit. Comes hopping up through the yard. And I'm like, well, okay, so I got venison and rabbit. And then there's 3 or 4 squirrels out there in the yard. I'm like, well, I got squirrel. And I'm sitting out there having my coffee this morning. and 2 geese fly in. I'm like, well, there's geese. There's not a food shortage. You're just going to have to kill it yourself. You're going to have to learn to butcher animals. That's what you're going to have to do. So, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Because I think, well, I just really don't think it's ever going to recover. And I think if you're one of those unprepared folks, I think it's too late for you. I think it's too late. And I think if you've never butchered an animal and cleaned an animal and packaged it and preserved it, I think you're in trouble. And if you're hoarding toilet paper at this point, stop. You can't eat it. I'm sure you got some old t-shirts, old socks with holes in them, something. But just stop. All right. Enough of my rant. I'm going back to the house. Keep your powder dry. Stay safe.